It's very hard to find a character that is universally loved by everyone. Sure, you can have fan favorites, but you'd be hard pressed thinking of a character who is loved by everyone who sees them and their actions. But I think I found one, and oh boy, I think you're gonna love him too. Adam, from the Record of Ragnarok series, is easily the most beloved and iconic character in this manga. There is a ton I can say about him, and I will. But first, backstory. Adam is introduced to us in the Garden of Eden, a paradise where every being lives in harmony and peace, from the smallest prey to the biggest predator. And Adam sitting atop all animals. We then are shown a court where they will decide the fate of Eve, Adam's wife. She is being prosecuted for eating the apple from the knowledge tree, something that she never did. She was framed by the snake after being assaulted by it, but saved by a pair of birds. Unfortunately, in the world of gods, humans are destined to lose, and so Eve is banished from Eden, never to return and leave her husband behind. That is until Adam bursts in and interrupts the trial, knocking out the guards and walking in with baskets full of apples. The same apples that the gods value so highly. Adam then proceeds to bite each and every single one of them, and then spits them right back out, essentially telling the gods that the thing they value so highly means nothing to him. After this display, he comforts his wife by telling her that if she leaves, then he leaves as well. Paradise isn't paradise without her, and so he will gladly leave Eden if it means staying with her. This infuriates the snake, saying that they're both throwing away their gift from the gods. But Adam instead stares down at the snake, saying that the birds told him what happened before with Eve. The snake then launches itself to attack both Adam and Eve, but thanks to Adam using his eyes of the Lord, of which I will expand upon later, he's able to replicate the snake's move and ends up cutting its arms and legs, cursing it to slither around forever. And so, Adam and Eve were kicked out of Eden, down to earth, where they would make their own version of paradise together. Fast forward to the present day, and now the gods are threatening to eradicate humanity. That is until a Valkyrie by the name of Brunhild challenges the gods to Ragnarok, a competition where 13 gods and 13 humans will fight to decide if humanity is allowed to remain or face extinction. Adam is the second fighter to join Ragnarok after humanity suffered their first defeat on round 1. He rises from a pillar in the middle of the arena, striking his iconic pose, and crash landing, creating a crater in the area. He looks at the gods with indifference, the same indifference he strutted around in that courtroom all those eons ago. And here is where we talk about Adam's personality. He can be seen as rather lackadaisical and aloof, being rather nonchalant about everything around him. Even when someone is threatening his life, he isn't too bothered by it. He is very protective of his loved ones, that being the reason why he got kicked out of Eden in the first place, and why he's fighting in Ragnarok. He's also rather cocky, and enjoys the thrill of battle, which is why in his fight with Zeus, he is seen taunting him and even calling him old-timer. We'll put a pin on this one for now, but trust me, we'll come back to his personality in a moment. Like I just mentioned earlier, his opponent for round 2 is none other than Zeus, god of the skies and the father of the cosmos, or as he calls himself, the GFOC. Adam is unbothered by him, and is more preoccupied with getting his bolin, which is a weapon forged from the union of a Valkyrie and a human. And his weapon of choice is a knuckle duster. Zeus's choice of weapon is his bare hands, something that Adam warns him would be something he'd regret. The fight starts, and Zeus is not able to land a single hit on Adam, which is something that Adam can't relate to, since he's landing every single hit. In fact, he is landing every hit Zeus missed, since he's using the exact same moves thanks to his ability, Eyes of the Lord. This ability allows Adam to copy and use every move he sees and replicate it perfectly, essentially using the god's power against them. It's plain to see that God gave Adam his best weapon. Adam is able to knock Zeus down to the floor, which is a massive shock to both humans and gods alike. Adam was able to show that the all-powerful and all-knowing Zeus isn't untouchable, proving that the gods are not invincible or unreachable. Zeus then stood back up and unleashed his killer move, the punch that surpassed time, which is a punch that allows him to break the laws of time and space to deliver a killer punch. However, that proves to be futile, since Adam is able to counter it and return the same punch back at Zeus, knocking him out and for humanity to rejoice. This victory is short-lived, however, as Zeus gets back up and asks Adam a simple question. What are you fighting for? The entire match we were told that Adam has been fighting for revenge, for being kicked out of Eden, that he's the human that hates the gods the most, that he is doing this for selfish reasons. And that's when Adam finally says why he's here, fighting in Ragnarok, risking his own existence.
You thought the same too, huh? They all say the same thing. Hatred. Revenge. I don't need any of that. There is no reason why. Is there any man who needs a reason? To protect his own children.
And there it is. That has been Adam's motivation this whole time. It was never about revenge or hatred. It was love. Love for his children. Adam is the only human in Ragnarok who joined the fight out of a selfless reason. All of them want to save humanity to some extent, but they tend to have an ulterior motive, either because of the promise of a good fight, the chance to get back at a god, or for fun. All of the human fighters have another motivation to want to fight. Adam is the only one who fights to save humanity, only. He even goes on record saying that he doesn't want to do this, but that he must. And now we finish Adam's personality. While he's usually seen sporting a stoic expression, he is easily the character who cares the most in this entire manga. He fights for his wife and leaves Eden with her, even though he had done nothing wrong. He smiles when his sons cheer him on. He warns Zeus that fighting him unarmed is a bad idea. No matter who, he is always showing a sign that he cares. And it all culminates in the final clash of the fight, when Adam's eyes have been pushed to the limit, and he can no longer see. When he's being hit with one-hit kill moves over and over, and still manages to cling to life. When he hears his children fall to despair and cry for the match to stop, he listens to something that reminds him why he's here.
Somewhere, a baby is crying. It's okay. Don't cry. If anyone scares you, Daddy will. Take care of him!
And so, he grabs Zeus's head, showing that he isn't done just yet. They then go on to have a slugfest that goes on for several minutes, hitting each other with everything they got until finally, the god falls to his knees. Zeus was done. He was out of energy. But it's here where we see that Adam is the one who drew his last breath. As Zeus says, Adam died long before he hit the ground. But Adam's body kept on swinging, refusing to fall. And as Adam crumbles away, Zeus praises him, saying that if this were a different type of competition, Adam would have won. And so, Adam dies, leaving his wife and children brokenhearted and mournful. And while this would be the end of the analysis, I have some more stuff to say about him. You see, there is a bit of a theory about Adam that was told to me, and that I feel that I need to share. And it's the fact that Adam is the reason most of the fighters in Ragnarok had what it took to fight. Throughout all of Ragnarok, we see that humans have one of two abilities when in combat. Those being either incredible strength or an ocular ability, both being the main power that Adam had. And since he is the progenitor of all mankind, it would make sense why certain humans would inherit either power. Not only that, but Adam's presence is felt all throughout Ragnarok after his passing. Whether it's by showing us humans bringing gods down to their knees, by them inspiring their fellow man, or by showing their empathy and love for mankind, it's all the same. Adam never really left us. He's still here giving us the power and ability to fight the gods. Adam gave us the strength and hope to continue fighting, showed us that the gods aren't untouchable. Zeus might have killed our father, but we took his brothers in return. We killed gods and broke the ones we couldn't beat. So, it doesn't matter if you have eye powers or superhuman strength, if you ascended to godhood or are just really smart. At the end of the day, we all owe it to one man, the first man, and the best father in fiction. Get fucked, Hazbin Hotel.
Meteor Jab.